So we'll get started.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, needed to stretch a bit.
Nah, it's all fun. I still need to save and quit this game anyway, so it's okay.
So,
No, you need to understand my... Oop, God.
where we last left off, a group of you have traveled to yet another distant continent and discovered the influence of the worm in the form of a group of doppelgangers that are potentially, at least, led by a Rakshasa. And their intent seems to be to gather up as many people as possible under the guise of spreading a new religion. Someone, you just sort of flashed there for a second. What was that?
Don't worry about it.
And now I can't hear what you're saying.
I was.
muted for a second.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me. I was just muting my mic with my mic button because I'm eating a cookie.
Right, no, I was talking about Torpo.
I'm fine, what?
You were flickering in and out there for a second.
That's called me refreshing roll 20 because I can't seem to get you. On there. So I just have you unmuted here.
Still having trouble hearing what you're saying, but I'll just keep on
Really?
going.
Weird.
But yeah. So, under the guise of a new religion, and the goal being apparently to infect as many people as possible with worms, because that's how that works. And the meeting place is a volcano out on the plains that is called Gia, and it's supposedly named after a god, but it's a god that apparently has not said anything about all the people masquerading as her followers, and it's one who has a lot of confusing and conflicting stories about her. So just how real and or alive she is certainly debatable. And that's about where you are.
All right.
Yay. Oh boy, music.
Oh boy, tonight's copyright strike.
Yeah.
Copyright? What's that?
This sure is an image.
Man, the leaked footage of Outer Worlds kind of sucks.
How dare you? Josh Sawyer is a saint.
The game is a bit on the old side, but the music that was made for it is without timeless.
CD quality audio, that's why.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Still surprised that you have not thrown any Loom music into this game.
Well, that's because I can't. If I threw Loom music into the game, it would just be Swan Lake music.
Oh, fair enough.
So I feel like that would be too on the nose. Just fucking Bob and making sure at all times to wear his big ass button.
But at the moment, you are crossing the great savanna plains of Dondala, ruled by an empire of liontaurs.
Okay.
And
This already sounds rad as hell.
I know, yeah. I'm down for it.
And it's not too long before you encounter a patrol of all of them are male. And you notice that, well, all of you are at least familiar with the concept of centaurs, whether or not you've ever encountered one. And so you know about, body of a horse, and then a torso and head of a person where the head should be. Well, this is a bit of a variant on that. It's the body of a lion, and then the torso of a person, and then the hands of more lion, and the head of a lion on top of that.
The body of a lion in the head of a lion.
You just described a lion.
But with a bonus extra bit of human torso in between.
Yeah.
Because it's hot, yes.
Hi. Hello. I don't think you can understand us.
Well, they they mostly spend their time checking in with the leader of the caravan,
Oh, okay.
making sure nothing suspicious or illegal is crossing the border. And so they do, check all of the Yaroham who are carrying all the goods.
Did we put all the illegal shit in our flying boat? Please say yes.
And then, of course, there's the ship, which is safely out of view in the sky.
Which has all the illegal shit in it. It's great!
Hiding above a cloud. And
It's fine, what they can't see won't hurt them.
Burumpurumbala actually made a point of keeping a couple of the contraband items down on the ground. And then you see when they find it, and they talk with him, and some money exchanges hands. When he comes back, he says, "They would have been suspicious if there was none.
Yeah, I figured
But
as
this
much.
way but this way the bribes are much smaller."
I like the way you think.
It's economical.
Well, I am paying double for your escort. I might as well get my money's worth.
Yeah, fuck the place.
Yeah, seriously.
But it is after several more days of travel before you reach the grand city, Dondal itself, that the liontaurs have built. And before you go,
Oh, this is rad.
before you go in, Brumbala makes a point of stopping you guys and just saying, "Listen, it is important to know how to speak to the liontaurs, to the Tarnani, if you don't want to embarrass them or yourself.
You should stop listening then.
Fuck you.
When you see a female by herself, it is alright to speak to her normally. But if you see a male with his harem following him, then you must only address the male, even though the females will do all of the talking."
Alright.
This is weird.
Yes.
I mean, it's weird, but, I mean, it's culture, I guess.
I cannot pretend to understand how the reason why it works that way. But I can tell you that as far as actions go, except for the patrols of all males around the edges of the empire, the males in the center rarely do anything unless it is to defend their harem, or in case the Tarnani need to go to war.
I hate this.
Yeah, so do
That's-
I a little bit, but...
But still, they are regarded as leaders, even though they do nothing.
That
Except-
sounds about like
that
politicians.
sounds about right, yeah. I
Of
say,
course, except
Aurelian-
produce children, of course.
I say Aurelia not here to defend herself.
But soon, our direction. Soon it is time for us to part ways. So, how much did I owe you?
Fuck. This is a trap.
Oh god.
I forget the number.
So do I!
Oh no!
I didn't write it down! Oh, no. Oh, did I write it down? Hold on. No, I never wrote it down.
Jeez, fuck.
Fuck this shit.
What should I roll to see if I remember?
Yes.
I believe that would just be straight intelligence.
Okay.
Oh.
On the
I
off chance,
I mean,
I'm
mine's
packing it
pretty
this week.
good, but you have a much better modifier, so.
Oh yes, let's see with proficiency or not.
It's not with proficiency, it's just
Yeah.
an intelligence check.
For once, the idiot might remember.
I'm not even gonna bother roll because I got a -1.
No, just do it anyway. For
Do it anyway,
laughs.
yeah. Who
And then
knows?
you
It's
know-
fine.
Who knows? You might get a natural 20.
Why did I get a 0? Let's see. That was close!
Well, some of you were clearly paying attention when the negotiations were happening, while others weren't.
No, it's in character for Grenache not to know. He would not care.
Yeah. And I guess Lily still hasn't quite gotten the hang of being paid on commission.
Meanwhile, Lake wants to crash an economy, so.
All right, yeah.
Look, I was too busy with liar's dice to care.
Yeah.
But yeah, Lake rolled high enough, so I'll just tell you. It was 200 gold bars apiece.
Alright, yeah, so I say, I think it was somewhere along the lines of 200 gold bars a piece.
Don't say I think. It's a bad word.
Ah, yes. Then if that is what I said, then that is what I shall pay you.
I'm not gonna try and I'm not gonna try and lie to our good friend Broom Pumbala.
Not gonna haggle?
No, I'm not gonna haggle. You came to an
You're a
agreement.
fool. A
And
fool!
just a reminder that each gold bar is worth
There's
5
five,
gold
so
pieces
it's 1,000 gold. So,
Per person.
per person.
yep, per person.
I only vaguely attempt to keep track of my gold total.
The only reason I keep track of it is, once again, so that I can one day crash the economy of Okar by just going on a shopping spree.
I mean, us two together probably could at this point.
Probably, but, I want to do it by myself. There's a plan. It's called socialism.
Please do not ruin my way of living. Thank you.
Anyway,
Look, I'm just saying stealing's no fun if there are no rich people to steal from.
Honestly, you'd probably suffer more if they just legalized everything. Because then the people buying all of your ill-gotten goods wouldn't have any money.
mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Still gonna do it. Fuck you. This is my goal. There are other
Your goal is...
there are other countries you can steal from.
It's not the same.
Just saying.
There are other economies you can crash. What's your fucking point?
Yeah, but Okars sucks the most, so I want to crash Okars.
But Okara is where I live.
So Okar's where I live.
Exactly, that's the problem here. I will kill you.
Not for the last couple of years, actually.
Fair. I mean,
You're
true.
not wrong.
All right, but yeah,
To be
it's
fair, the reason
actually-
worth living there isn't there at the moment.
But oddly enough, the town around you is remarkably vertical, considering the generally flat plains around it. It's like either there are a lot of incredibly steep hilltops hidden underneath these temples and towers, or else the liontaurs have been busy, most likely using magic in order to support that kind of weight.
It's all these alphas trying to prove how big their dick is.
I mean, isn't that more the our civilizations?
First off, fucked up that you would say that.
Am I wrong? Look at Okar.
No, I mean, it's fucked up because it's true.
Exactly.
Okar's a different beast entirely. Okar
Yeah.
is just a nightmare creature. See, much like Dracula's castle, it's a creature of chaos.
Well, you are in the city. You say farewell to Brumprumbala and the rest of the caravan. And the ship has come down in order to offload goods.
Of course.
And while Lorem has headed back up with it to keep it out of sight and, prevent any sort of inconvenient questions about it.
Hmm.
Harvey has come down
Good squid friend.
and is walking into town with you. And as you look around, you see that there's a very diverse group of species present. It's not just the liontaurs, although they are predominantly present. And sure enough, just like the Tabaxi warned you, most of them seem to be going about in fairly large groups of one man with several women accompanying him. They don't wear too much. It's a fairly dry and arid place and warm, and also they have their fur covers their entire bodies. And so what clothing they wear seems to be just for accents and color, and to show status or to hold items. And the men have less of that. The women have more items on them. But aside from that, you see more of the GIF. Some of those elephant folk, the Loxodon, along with more tabaxi moving here and there. Quite a few, in fact. And you also see a few lizard folk. And those of you who have been around the continent a bit know that there are actually lizard folk on back where you're from as well.
You were literally in my brain because I was just about to ask that.
Not many, but from the descriptions you've heard, from the occasional one or two you've ever seen, they look fairly similar. It's a little unusual because everyone else here seems different. Well, aside from the humans. Because there are also a considerable number of them as well.
Weird.
Quite a diverse lot here.
I would like to note, much like most big cities, I am walking around with my hood up because I don't like showing off the halo in big crowds.
Sure.
I can't really hide who I am, unfortunately.
Same.
Mm-hmm.
I
Not
suppose
that
I could
Lily
look like a
would, really.
bulky- I suppose I could look like a bulky human if I just covered myself up entirely, but
Lily refuses to cover up.
I see
Lily's
the
proud of
reason.
being a goblin.
yeah, I see no reason to cover up either, so.
Well, you are getting a few looks here and there, but not as many as you might get back home. It's like every once in a while, people look at you, just sort of squint, and then just turn back to their business. You are unique in this crowd, but unique in itself is fairly common.
Finally, it's like I'm back in a car.
Nah, fewer dirty looks.
Yeah.
Finally, less racism. Directed at me.
Okay. Well, I suppose the next step now will be figuring out what to do from here.
I mean, we need to figure out how to get to the volcano, like the easiest way there.
Yeah.
Mhm. Well, it sounds like there's a lot of people heading that way. There's probably going to stop off in this city at some point.
Are we trying to sneak in with them then, or what's our plan?
Well, I think we look a little too similar, at least among this crowd, to pass as being some of the mixed couples that want to get up there. Now, of course, we could just all climb in the ship and fly over there. Sounds like
Also
this.
works.
Sounds like this volcano is going to be pretty hard to miss. But then, of course, it's going to be pretty hard to miss us when we just fly down into it.
Yeah,
That's why-
and I'd imagine by
So
the
you
time
gotta
we get
park a
there-
couple blocks over.
I would imagine by the time we land, if we well within sight of them, they'd be prepared for us by the time we get there.
Yeah. To be honest, I've never seen a group doing quite what they're doing here, being influenced by the worm. I've seen the underground cult is fairly common, but all of these doppelgangers, that's a new twist. I'm not entirely sure what they would have planned for us if we just showed up, flying down out of the sky like big damn heroes.
How
Sounds like a
long
really good way to get fucked up.
How long does seeming last?
8 hours, and it does not require concentration.
I have seeming. So, between me and Harvey, we could probably seeming ourselves all day to look like mixed couples to try and sneak in. Problem is, if we get caught, then fuck us, I guess.
Well, at least we'd at least have a chance of getting up the mountain without being spotted. That's more than we'd get from the frontal assault.
Yeah. So that's a plan at the very least.
Mm-hmm. So then it's just a question of what to do when we're in there. With that, I guess we'll have to figure when we're in there.
I mean, surprise attack always sounds nice to me.
True, but we would have to hold out until we get to the leader of this band.
Yeah.
I don't know how long we can hold out, and I'm also thinking the longer we try and sustain this ability between us all, the less power we're gonna have when it comes to facing them down as well. It's a trade-off as buys time, but it's time bought at the cost of ability.
True. But, I suppose we could always just try and climb the mountain on our own.
And yeah, we don't need to go in through the front door.
Yeah.
as ourselves, but at the moment we don't know what this mountain looks like, even how big it is. It's just big enough to stand out on this plane. It doesn't have to be that big, actually.
Well, I still have this silk rope. It could come in handy for that, if nothing else.
Well,
Yes,
I mean,
like it's always been.
well, I mean, 3 out of 4 of us can fly, Grenache.
Yes, fine, rub it in.
Actually,
I can't fly.
actually, technically, since fly is a 3rd level spell and I cast a 5th level, 4 out of 4 of us could fly. You just weren't next to me when I cast it, so. Yeah, we could sneak
That
in
could
the
be an
back.
option as well, then.
We could sneak in the back. That also works. We need to find out like where this fucking volcano is.
Yeah, and once we get to whatever meeting place they're at, we could cast sending or seeming once, and then just show up and maybe catch them off guard.
Yeah.
But they might be a little suspicious for us to just show up on our own.
I am liking that plan best so far, though. We'll call that Plan A for now, and then Plan B, I guess, is seeming the entire way there.
If we can find no other entrance, yeah.
I mean, honestly, it sounds like a lot of people know where this volcano is, so we wouldn't even, like, rouse too much suspicion just by asking where it is, or even asking for a map, right?
Probably
Only-
not.
Only one way to find out.
I would imagine if we asked about the place, it wouldn't be too much of an issue, especially if they've already been through here.
I'd prefer we go the map route, because if we get a map, then if we ask for maps first, then it's at least plausible deniability. And then after that, if that doesn't pan out, then we can ask directly, hey, where's this big ass volcano? So let's go map hunting, I guess.
All right. Who are you going to ask for information?
Just as a side note, before we do, I do activate one of my charges for the holy symbol.
Just to keep an eye out.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
just to make sure we don't ask the wrong people who are
I mean,
actually.
The wrong people.
I mean, we're close enough to, like, Boom Poombala hasn't gone that far. I imagine he might know where we can start asking for maps.
And I suppose who we can ask is don't know who speaks the same language as us.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go find Boom Poombala, who shouldn't have gotten too far, and ask him, yo, where can we buy, like, a map of the continent?
My friends, I paid you correctly, yes?
Yeah. Yeah, we're not here to shake you down for more
Makes
money.
it feel sketchier and sketchier every fucking time.
We're not here to shake you down. We're just here to ask, like, do you know anyone around here who would be willing to sell a map of the continent so that way we can find our way to the Gia?
I imagine a map of Dondala would be more useful in that case. But
Okay.
Regardless, whatever kind of map you need, there are certainly cartographers in town. My personal favorite is Lokono.
All right. Thank you.
She does a lot of exploring by herself, and so she knows what she is doing when she measures out the distances. Very practical maps, good for caravanners such as myself.
All right. And does she speak common, or excuse me, human?
I'm afraid not, but your friend there can solve this issue quite quickly, yes?
Yes. We were just making sure. All right. Thank you.
Here I was hoping they would speak turtle.
Glad to be of help.
All right. Let's go to her place.
Also, remember to ask if people speak turtle, because it's basically human.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you are considerably north of where the turtles generally range, though.
Yeah, but this place is multicultural.
Yeah. So they're actually more likely to speak human than turtle,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
because humans are just basically 2 kingdoms away.
Oh, okay.
Just north of Dondala is the Tabaxi homeland, and just north of that is where humans start appearing in large populations.
Okay.
That's why there's a noticeable number of humans in the city. Caravanners coming down from the north.
All right. Let's go find her. I'd forgotten her name already. I didn't write it down.
Lokono.
Lacona.
And she has a shop conveniently placed near one of the caravan staging grounds. The open market fair area that just sort of pops to life when a caravan is in town and then just vanishes completely once they've moved on. This is the sort of setup that's universally familiar. And so you know what kind of area you're looking for, and yeah, her shop is fairly small, unassuming. There's no real doors or windows you've been noticing. Like, this place gets little rainfall, few changes in temperatures, so there's not much demand for more than a roof over the head. And you are able to identify the correct shop because there are fairly detailed maps just sort of covering the windows like curtains.
So we're looking for the map of like I guess the region.
Yeah, of Dondala, I believe it was said.
Yes, that is yes, the name.
Yes.
The name, yes.
All right, so Aurelia is able to cast tongues and speak with her. And she is a female liontaur on her own, and she happily describes the various places that she's seen as she hunts around looking for a good-looking map of the area. She spreads it out on the table in front of her. You see that, well, when you take a look at the world map, the South Kalagia, Dondala essentially covers that sort of northern triangle that ends in the isthmus, down to about where the continent flares out to the east. So about the right-hand side of that continent, that whole area is Dondala,
Okay.
with the mountains being pretty close up along the western edge of the continent where the archipelago is.
Already.
So yeah, how much do we owe her?
Well, her initial. Well, first, let me just finish by saying that pretty much to the center part of it, towards the northern edge, is where the volcano Gia is located. It is a considerable distance away from the mountain range, which this far north is itself rather small and light compared to how it was in the southern edge. And so, based on how long it's taken to get up here, you estimate it's couldn't be more than a week's journey on foot.
Okay.
A little less than that if you can find some mounts, but then you'd probably have to pay them, knowing this place.
Hmm.
Okay.
And
I'm willing to hoof it.
Yeah, and Locono assures you that it is absolutely impossible to miss the mountain once you get there. It is tremendous, snow-capped even.
Hmm.
And quite wide, even at the top. She's actually been up there. And she says that it's relatively warm inside the indentation at the top, the caldera.
Hmm.
I was wondering if it was active or not.
No.
No, that explains it.
Yeah. She once heard that it exploded, but this was in ancient history when that happened. Thousands of years, easily. Legend has it it's when the great goddess died that the volcano marks her grave.
This all feels really tasteless then.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a bit.
I like it.
Hmm.
Well, if she's alive, then that's where she would be. So she's aware that a lot of people have been, buying maps to the volcano recently. So she's fully aware about the whole resurgence of her priesthood. As far as she knows, she thinks it'd be pretty interesting to have a rival to the creator. She's not quite sure what to make of it, but well, she wishes you luck on your journey.
Well, give my thanks.
What if I told you this goddess was not in fact alive, but full of worms?
No, don't say that.
Yeah, that's not.
Well,
Sure,
actually,
gods can decay too.
Well, actually, Lily can because she doesn't speak the language.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Is
like
this gonna
I
be
say,
another-
please don't translate that.
Is this gonna be another instance of me having to drag Lily out like a parent?
Please, I don't need to yell
Probably
about
not.
erectile dysfunction this time.
But no, I do make a point to ask, if she has been to this mountain before, and perhaps she might have an understanding of its layout, perhaps an idea of
It's a mountain.
Oh,
fucking
places to enter it, perhaps, or
You enter
places
from
to
the
take
ground.
shelter.
Oh, she's
mountain.
definitely been there. I mean, it's a gigantic landmark in her home area, and she is an explorer
Yeah.
by trade and by preference.
So these are relevant questions to ask. Also, is it that difficult to scale if necessary?
Well, it's a bit of a challenge to scale up, but she's been telling the people coming to her that
that
Oh no.
Oh no, Bobbin died. Oh no.
Testing.
Hi,
I can hear you on Discord at least.
I can hear you.
Okay,
I got you.
yeah, my connection just sort of blinked for a second there.
Yeah, I got you back now.
You're
she's-
fine.
She's been telling the group that their best, the people coming to her for maps. She's been telling them that their best bet is to climb the west face. It's got the easiest gradients, and like you don't have to be expert mountaineers to get up to the top. And once you reach the lip of the volcano, you'll be able to see the caldera down below you. There are a couple of lakes, a vast forest of evergreens filling it up inside.
Weird.
And there's natural sources of heat inside. So, after you've exerted yourself climbing up the side, you should treat yourself to a hot spring.
It's pretty tempting.
I'll admit that is.
Because there will be plenty of places to find that. So even once the large bulk of the people manage to get up to the mountain, you should still be able to find a quiet spot for a private dip. And you get the sense as she's been talking and as Aurelia's been translating that she's been sort of comparing the pairs, just wondering which ones are with which.
If I could answer this question, I would, but I can't because I can't speak her language.
You can.
God, I can just imagine looking at all of us and thinking.
You know what? No. Just Lily shoots her this look of absolute disgust.
I just lean up against Grenache as a joke.
She nods and then gets back to the description.
Grenache thankfully has no idea what is going on.
Actually, it would be insight to understand her glances. So you do have.
No, I'm playing a character. He did not have a clue about Hagon's daughter. He's not going to have a clue about this.
All right, if you insist.
I'm keeping that in character.
I just want to
that way.
say, Bobbin, that this volcano is giving me very big Yellowstone vibes.
Yeah, it's
Intentional?
well, if you want to get technical, this would definitely be like a hot spot
Okay.
volcano rather than, a mountain range volcano.
Oh, okay.
So I can't believe Grenache is about as good at reading people as an anime protagonist.
Well, so just the chances that Gia is going to explode is, it's either going to be tomorrow or in another million years, basically.
Oh, so like Yellowstone.
Right.
Okay.
Alright. Well, thank you for your time.
And the map.
And
We
the
did
map?
pay for the map, right?
Yeah, like, how much is the map?
Hello.
Hi.
Oh.
She's going to ask for 30 gold.
30 gold. Okay, I'll pay for it. Whatever.
We have used you for the sake of commerce. Rejoice.
Alright, I've paid for it. It's fine.
So what have I missed?
We got a map.
We got a map to the volcano.
Okay,
And I think
that's it.
I-
You guys spent
I think,
an hour getting a map.
I think the plan to approach the volcano is to sort of sneak up to it, and then once we're close to the base of operations, we're gonna cast seeming on ourselves to give ourselves like a surprise advantage attack or something. Along those lines.
Also, I will have you know, we took an hour between background, obviously, thinking way too hard about our next course of action and getting a map.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I appreciate that I didn't miss anything.
Exactly. You didn't miss a single goddamn thing.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Although we did have this plan where we would fly up the mountain, then cast a spell on ourselves to disguise ourselves, basically, and then try and get a sneak on with.
Yeah. We're gonna go there on foot though because the boat is fucking like just a giant fucking billboard.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you guys will go there on foot. I'll go there on Griffin.
I think that sort of defeats the purpose of not taking the boat, but okay.
Well, the Griffin can walk on the ground too. It has legs. It doesn't have to fly up in the air. I mean, are we gonna be like, belly crawling across the whole ground to like completely hide ourselves?
Well, I am
like
now.
a solid snake.
Well, at the very least, the person who gave you the map has been handing out maps to other groups that are trying to go up the mountain.
Yeah, on that point, actually, I'm going to suggest, since everyone is going to be climbing up to the west, as per the advice given here, maybe we come from a different direction.
Yeah. Let's ask her what the next easiest way up would be then. Like from the west.
Well, that would be the east side.
Okay.
The West.
Both the north and south are actually quite sheer in places.
Okay.
Yeah, so
So it sounds like we should approach from the east.
Yeah. Opposite side works best.
Gotta go at it from Dennis.
But Torpo, we cannot get E-Flask.
Graspy Flask.
You cannot grasp E-Flask.
Crap.
What's that from?
Strong bad.
It's an old ass like Homestar Runner thing,
Yeah.
Granted, fucking anything Homestar Runner is old ass at this point, but still.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Alright.
turn into like a dumb little text parser adventure game.
Mm-hmm.
So now that you've heard the plan, does Aurelia have any input on it?
I don't know. It seems fine.
Because your alternatives are either to fly in, like, straight out of the sky, like somehow that's not incredibly suspicious and obvious, or else to find another group of travelers and just sort of integrate yourselves with that group and go up together. But then you'd have to be keeping the seeming up for longer.
Yeah.
Plus, the minute we got close to a doppelganger, they'd be able to read our minds anyway. I didn't even think about that part.
True.
Yeah, I don't really know. The fact that they can read our minds is kind of bullshit. It's kind of a broken ability.
I mean, there's not much we can do to fight it, really.
Well,
Out of character, I know there's a couple ways we can fight it. In character, Lake has no fucking clue.
doesn't Harvey have any spells that can help us with that?
Probably.
Just recite sports scores.
Yes, well, I'm sure it's easier for some people than other people in this party to just not think, but...
Yeah, Lake.
Hey! I have a +1 modifier to my intelligence. Fuck you.
I have +4. What's your point?
I have a -1. What have I got to do to think?
There we go.
There we go.
It's fine. Monks are good at not thinking anyway.
Yeah, we're good at clearing our minds. That's how it works.
It's just called a nap, Grunash, for the last time. We're not falling for that bullshit.
Yeah, honestly, the just the passive reading of surface thoughts is hard to fight, even for fully psionic creatures such as myself. But it's when they try and take a deep dive that the Battle of Wills takes place. But as far as I know, doppelgangers can't even try that. That's one of their weaknesses, is that they can read thoughts, but only what you're thinking at the moment, and only one person at a time.
So as long as we're not thinking, boy oh boy, I sure love being a spy in this group, we're probably safe.
Right. If you can maintain an act, then that should prevent them from realizing who you really are.
All right. Well, let's just go for it then. I'm sure we'll figure out later exactly all the ways that this is a terrible idea, but
I mean, that's why we're going with... That's why Plan A is climb up the east side and only use the seeming the one time, as opposed to just spending the entire time with the group.
Right.
So... I know, I like climbing up the east side of the mountain and not dealing with any of that bullshit more than dealing with any of that bullshit.
All right. Well, you get your map. You make your plans. You get some rations from town. And in the process, you note that the liontaur folk, much like the cat folk, pretty much exclusively subside on meat. But fortunately, this is a cosmopolitan city. And so you are able to find vegetarian food sources, which, considering that most food sources are intelligent that aren't vegetable, it's probably something that you'd prefer.
Yeah. Oh, Visk, we also... This is part of the background stuff, but if we run into a liontar male who's leading his harem around, we talk to the males, even though the females will be the ones doing all the talking. We never talk to a female. If a female's by herself, it's fine. That's one of the culture things around here that makes us not appear rude and dumb.
Sure.
And look, I am pretty chill with appearing both rude and dumb.
All right. Well, luckily it doesn't come up that much because you didn't need to speak to too many people while you were in town, aside from the resuppliers.
Mm-hmm.
And once you get back out onto the savannah, the ship lands. You can all climb on board, and you skip several days worth of travel by just sort of skimming just above the withered trees, going towards your destination. And Lorem and Harvey make a point of steering the ship in sort of a big crescent shape. So to avoid the chance of meeting up or passing by any of the other groups that are headed towards the mountain.
Smart move.
A sick drift through the clouds.
And then at last you see it rise before you.
Boy, howdy, that sure is a mountain.
Yeah, that must
That
be it.
is a hell of a mountain.
Just look and I see, I'm like, wow, that's a mountain.
Yeah.
That mountain looks familiar.
Technically, all the mountains I've been showing you look familiar.
Never seen it in my life.
Particularly familiar.
Yes, it does.
Nah.
Nah.
Right.
It rises like Olympus above the Serengeti.
Shut up.
All right. Now all we need to do is approach from the east.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And so, using the low-hanging clouds as cover, you park the ship towards the base of the eastern end of the mountain. And then the group, minus Lorem, who is staying behind to keep track of the ship,
Mm-hmm.
begin climbing up the side. And as you climb up the side, you discover that while the path may be easier, it is not necessarily without peril.
Sure is a mountain. Oh, hey.
Oh, hey.
This looks suspicious.
Oh, there we are.
Yep, you're on the bottom right-hand corner.
Thanks, Dice Grimorum, for the map.
Good old Dice Grimorium.
Shout outs to Dice Grimorium.
Mm-hmm.
The fuck's a Dice Grimorium?
I don't know. It's the guy who made the map, I guess.
Well, you can go to
Oh
their
God, I
Patreon to find
I
out.
don't lock to the tiles and it's fucking with me.
All right.
Oh, what?
Yes. Thank you, Lily.
Yeah,
It
with
is,
my
in fact,
incredible roll.
Time to roll initiative.
Jesus Christ!
Well, okay.
Okay, this
Oh.
is just excessive.
Well, look at who's the overachiever here. Fucking 23.
Also, guess what? Guess what, Kalon?
Hmm.
I go before you.
I know you do.
It's great.
It's exceedingly frustrating. I rolled average. I'm still going last.
I rolled half
Not
of what you
last.
rolled.
Oh, well.
Okay, I'm not going last.
Look, he tried at least, okay?
He's bringing up the rear. I'm not sure what that one's for.
All right. So it's at about this point, as you round the side of a fairly steep cliff, that Lake notices some movement in the rocks along the western edge of this map.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking 20 passive perception, everybody.
Yeah. This allows Aurelia to do something.
Oh!
Okay, so sorry, where exactly do we see movement?
About here, among the rocks.
Oh, all the way over here. Okay.
Okay, so that is, how far is that? That's pretty far.
That's
Okay.
that's Eldritch Blast distance, though. So.
Actually, no,
Well-
it's just out of it.
No,
Yeah, I mean,
I have the
okay.
thing that gives me 300 feet.
Yes, you have infinite range, we know. The... All right, what's my Griffin's fly speed? 60 or 80? What is...
I forget. Also, I'm gonna go grab my book real quick in case I decide to use spells that I'm not familiar with.
It's 80, okay. So, Aurelia will go like 20 feet up, I guess. I mean,
All right.
or how high are those rocks?
They just keep on going up and up and up.
Oh, okay.
But,
How high are the parts we can see, like, on this map?
well, let me just put it to you like this. Based on the angle that Lake pointed, you would guess about 30 feet off the...
Okay, in that case, Aurelia will
current
go
ground.
about 40 feet up in the air. and then the rest of her movement going this way, which is either 40 feet or more than that, depending on whether we're counting diagonals.
You would be able to just sort of climb up and forward. Yeah.
Okay. Probably like, ooh. Oh, what's happening? Is someone else moving it? Or
I think we both moved you, and it somehow double moved you instead.
oh, okay. Where should I? Okay, I'll let you place where Aurelia should be. If she wants to go 40 feet up and then use as much of her movement as possible on.
I'd say that's fine where you are right
Okay.
now.
Can she see anything? Where Lake pointed.
Well, let's see. In terms of... Yeah, you can see something there. You can't identify it because it's about the same color as the stone, but you do see movement.
Okay, well, I mean, despite the fact that we rolled initiative, in character, Aurelia doesn't necessarily know that whatever is around here is hostile, so she will just wait, I suppose. Or I guess you could cast some kind of like...
You do have a lot of disabling stuff.
I do have disabling, so that is true. I mean, okay, if I have a pretty good sense of where they are, I could cast hypnotic pattern.
Yeah, you
It's a
get
30-foot cube.
Yeah, you have enough of an idea in order to center a large area effect spell like that.
Okay, I'll go ahead and cast hypnotic pattern. So it's a wisdom saving throw, DC 17.
All right.
Or wait, hang on. Sorry, do I have enough range for that? Is that?
It's
Oh yeah, that one's
120 feet.
120.
You're fine.
Yeah, sorry. I wasn't sure if that was the long range one or yeah. I have a lot of spells with a lot of different ranges. I get confused sometimes.
Yeah, that's math for you.
All right. Well, the movement seems to slow down.
Okay, well, we've got a minute till that wears off. Or, well, unless some of them weren't affected and then shake the others out of their stupor. I don't know. We don't know how many there are, so.
And that's when its buddy climbs down the side of the mountain face with no apparent trouble.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
20,
Dagron.
20, 30,
Wait,
Close enough.
40.
what kind of Dagron is that?
Out of character, I know.
50.
In character, I'm...
All right.
Well,
Shit.
what color is that? I mean, okay, so it's just blue? Okay, well, blue ones sound evil, right? Because red and blue, you know, we've met those. We know
Yeah.
that they're bad news.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, friend.
With just a quiet hiss, it races down onto the ground and towards you.
Does it sound like it's trying to talk? Does it look like it might be intelligent? Do I know? Is there any way for me to roll something to figure that out?
I'd say roll nature.
Okay.
Can we all do that? Might not.
All right. Well, you've never seen this particular thing before, but it definitely has some draconic qualities to it. It's just, it has no wings, it has far too many legs, and it is racing towards you with nary a word in draconic. Like, you may not know the language, but you understand when you hear it. And just
Do I not know the language? Wait, which languages do I know?
you wouldn't need to know draconic. It's not it's not an intellectual language
no,
like it is in other settings.
I don't know Draconic. Okay. I should learn Draconic.
I mean, if anyone did, then the pseudo dragon would.
Oh yeah, Errol knows Draconic.
Right. Errol can't speak, but he does know Draconic.
Well, yeah, we could understand.
That doesn't really matter right now, though.
Right. It hissed and it moved, and that's its turn.
All right.
Okay. Well, I've got no ideas on what to do here. I don't know if it's hostile or anything, I presume.
It seems very hostile right now.
I mean, it's charging down at us, but... yeah. So...
It doesn't seem interested in conversation, and as a wild animal, there are few things that they do that involve charging towards humans, other than attacking.
What about licking their faces affectionately?
It's like a puppy.
Oh, great.
Okay. I don't want to start throwing my spells around too willy-nilly right now. Question is, what do I want to do? Okay, well, let's have patient defense as my monk action.
Bonus action, but yes.
Yeah, my bonus monk action. Yes. I don't know what else we might be up against yet, so I'm gonna ready an action. The moment it comes close to me, in range to attack it, I will bring Temper to bay.
Fair enough. That's action and bonus. Lake, you're up.
Actually, technically, Lily has a higher dexterity bonus than I do, so she would go first.
Yeah.
Alright. That's how you want to do it?
Wow.
I don't really care.
I mean,
It's 2 player actions in a row. It's not
Yeah,
none of my
yeah.
none of my business.
I'm gonna just chill behind this rock. And I'm going to stealth.
Alright.
If I can
Action?
figure out where the button is. Yep. 20.
It's a
Action?
24.
Actually, no, it's not. It's a 23. You're
23,
right.
Yeah.
Cause fuck the numbers, they don't mean shit to me anymore. And with that, I'm just going to chill.
Alright, no ready to action?
Yeah, I'll fire on this big boy. Whenever he attacks someone.
Alright.
And if he comes after your boys, then shoot him in the face.
Just say when he attacks someone, because it'll mean he'll not be attacking me.
Alright, Lake.
Alright, Lake's gonna move up here. I believe that puts me within 60 feet of this thing. Yes. I'm gonna do a thing I've never done before. I'm gonna cast Flesh to Stone on this motherfucker. So
That is excessively rude.
yeah. It needs to make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, it begins to is restrained as its flesh begins to harden. On a successful save, the creature isn't affected. I believe the DC is 17 still. Yes, so DC 17 concentration. Or
All right.
Constitution. Constitution.
Well, I imagine it's also concentration on your end.
It is concentration, yes.
Alright. Let's see here.
Is it visibly affected?
Well, yes, it's starting to turn into stone.
Ah, excellent. So, at the end of each of its turns, it makes another Constitution saving throw. If it succeeds 3 times, if it saves 3 times, the spell ends. If it fails 3 times, it is turned to stone. entirely.
Mm-hmm.
So that is how that works. I'm gonna give a little thing.
Bold of you to assume it'll live that long.
Yeah, probably. But I mean, look at it this way: if it doesn't, then maybe we'll have a nice statue at the end of it. That's a good way to put up concentration. All right, and that's my turn. That's the first time I've ever used that thing.
Alrighty.
Harvey, you can go now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. I was just checking how the duration worked.
Yeah.
Apparently, you need to actively concentrate on it for...
For 1 minute, for the entire duration of the spell, and then it'll be stoned permanently.
Right. And let's see. Restrained means just cannot move.
It doesn't say anything about what restrained means, but I'm guessing.
What
it's
restrained means
Status
is the
effect.
creature's
Yeah.
speed becomes 0, and it cannot benefit from any bonus to speed. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. Creature has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
You're welcome, everybody.
Boosh.
In that case, just in case it manages to succeed,
Didn't even need to fucking stealth.
No, there's another one. Don't worry.
yeah, but it's been hypnotized.
Hmm.
But yes, Harvey.
Where is its turn in the initiative?
Oh, the one that's still concealed
Oh.
has the
Oh, okay.
slot.
Yeah. I believe it's a 19, so.
Yeah, I think so.
It's a number.
It is between 23 and 11. Let's put it that way.
He'll just hit it with a disintegrate. You know, just in case it starts succeeding its saving throws.
Mm-hmm.
And let's
What
see
if we
here.
were to tame it?
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Too bad.
I would like to turn this into a nice new odd statue on this mountain range, though. That'd be fun.
Alright, it actually has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws because it's restrained.
Mm-hmm.
And so this disintegrate will hit it at full blast. And full blast is 10d6 plus 40.
Disintegrate is a wonderful spell, and I love it. Oh, wow.
So, kinda not sure what I should do. I can't use any concentration spells because of the other thing. I mean, I'm sort of worried about using spells in case we don't have time to recover for, if we've got a sort of gauntlet of fights coming up because we're in the middle of enemy territory, so. I mean, I could just try to stab it, but like moving into its range seems kind of silly right now.
Yeah.
It does still get actions.
Mhm.
Yeah. If it can't move. I mean, I guess I could pull out the old crossbow that I haven't used in ages.
Oh, if you're going to resort to something, at least resort to vicious mockery.
Okay, you're right. I should just resort to vicious mockery because it's funnier.
Alright. Got any
Alright.
quips lined
Oh
up?
yeah, I'm level 11 now, so I get 3d4.
Yeah.
If it saves, nothing happens, right? This doesn't do half damage.
Right.
No.
It's a cantrip. It's all or nothing. And it's in this case,
Okay,
it's
so-
all. It failed.
Okay, so 3d4. Wow, okay.
Damn! Holy shit!
I realize it's gonna sort of fly by since she has to keep moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what does she say? Well, she says, yeah, you just have way too many legs. Just cool it on the legs, buddy.
Wow, no wonder why it only did 3 damage.
Yeah, well, you know, sometimes they're not the best quips.
Just really softball that shit.
Might have done better if you asked if it gets getting stoned.
No, that would still do 3 damage.
Oh, by the way, you should
Should be
able
5
to,
at least.
you should be able to move Errol now.
Ah, nice. Wait, where is he?
He's on top
On
of
top
you.
Oh, nice. Little buddy.
Right.
I'll let him
and
hang out on my shoulders or something.
as you get closer, you are able to see the other one that is, in fact, in a bit of a daze.
Oh. Good to know.
And the one that's slowly turning to stone is not able to move. However, it is able to fire a lightning bolt down its throat at Grenache.
I was really worried you were about to say Aurelia there, so.
Aurelia is out of range.
Oh, nice.
Yep, being in the air.
So that is
Hmm.
a dexterity saving throw. From Grenache.
Okay. Dexterity save. I'm trying to think, do I get... I don't get advantage on this, do I? With the dodge action.
No, that's just a matter of attack rolls.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
You do still have evasion, though.
I do, and I also have proficiency in dexterity saves.
All right, that passes. So
Absolutely nothing.
you see the light gathering in its throat, and even before the lightning is through the air, you have already dodged out to the side.
Nice.
Thanks.
So it does another way. Oh, okay. That was lightning. Probably not a good idea to use lightning against lightning. Now the question is, what can I do?
Well, the weapon still does piercing damage. It just the bonus damage won't help.
Yeah.
Also, does it look like it's turned more into stone?
Oh. Yes.
Awesome.
Okay. Okay, well, I'm gonna take a guess that getting close to this thing is really gonna mess me up. So I'm just gonna scoot a little bit over this way. To make sure that any lightning bolts sent my way don't go in a straight line to my people behind me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna fire off some radiant sun bolts.
Go for it. Let's
Do I
see.
get advantage on range?
Oh yeah,
Um,
you do have advantage because it's restrained.
Right, okay. So this is the second roll for that then.
That'll hit.
Alrighty. And for the record, this is radiant damage.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one. Extra attack. Nice.
Damn.
So that's a 3d6 this time.
Yeah.
Wait, I thought that bonus dice was only with weapons, not magic.
Well, it might be only melee weapons, actually.
It just says, I've just got the note, 1 die of damage on a critical hit. I'll check the book.
I'm checking right now.
Okay.
Savage.
Check
With
the book,
a
I'll keep going.
melee weapon attack.
Melee weapon attack, yeah.
It is specifically melee, is it?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Let me add that to my notes then, because that's an important point to note of. So, yeah, take away the 5 from that, because that's the last dice that was rolled.
Already done. Are you going to
Alright.
keep firing?
Yep, might as well. And okay, that. Why are you not changing that now? Okay, gonna have to refresh in a minute. But in the meantime, I am going. Gonna use my my brain fried a minute. Use the extra key point, flurry of blows.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can use that with Sunbolt.
$18 hits.
Yep. So that's another 7. And another 7.
All right. Pretty nice and consistent damage there. Lily.
Okay, well, I'm gonna shoot it. This
All right.
one.
You definitely have advantage.
Yeah, I sure fucking do, don't I? Yeah, so I'll make it fun for me, and I'll slap on sharpshooter with this, so subtract 5 from whatever it comes out as.
All right.
Jesus fucking Christ!
Called shot to the ping.
What the fuck are those rolls?
You hit one of the stony parts. You're not supposed to hit the stony parts. You're supposed to hit the parts that are still fleshy.
You wanna die, fucker?
And yeah, you can hide or not hide. That's at this point, it's not going to be moving anytime soon.
I'll hide, because I just hide in shame and embarrassment. Fucking Christ.
I was already getting a natural 1 because that'd be fitting and everyone just.
You say that, but it wouldn't matter, because it would still be 23.
It would be.
Like,
I mean, everybody's concentrating on the one that I'm turning to stone anyway, so I might as well.
Yeah, in case it doesn't turn to stone.
Well, I mean, it's already a third of the way there.
also
Yeah.
the other one is hypnotized. And
Yeah,
if you
I
do
know, but
anything to it.
I know. So point is, I'm gonna shoot at the one that is turning to stone. Advantage. Okay.
That'll hit.
That'll hit, and that'll hit. So, 3d10 plus 15. 34 points of damage.
All right, you're taking it down.
Yeah.
And let's see. Yeah. Harvey is going to not use lightning bolt. So instead hit it with a few scorching rays. Let's see, plus 8 to hit. Hit. Miss.
Critical.
Double hit.
So he averaged 3 attacks anyway.
Yep. And let's see, that was somehow that just yeah. I don't know why I needed to double check. It's exactly what I thought it was. Aurelia.
Oh, well, this is just sad, but she can keep flying around and do another vicious mockery. Like, wow, you just didn't think this one through, did you? Probably because you're a big dumb animal and not a cool, smart talking dragon like our friend whose name I forget.
Sean.
Did he succeed or fail?
You failed.
Much better than last time, at least.
How was that better than last time, though?
All better than last time.
Yeah, it was exactly 4 better.
Oh, shut up.
All right, now I just roll this. All right, Grenache.
Mm-hmm.
Roll a dexterity saving throw.
Alrighty. Nope. It's not gonna hit me.
Yeah, you're doing springing handstands at this point, as you're just in the middle of firing bolts of energy from your fists. And
Whereas I'm crying behind a rock.
and just for reference, it does not turn more to stone this time.
Okay. So it's failed one and succeeded one. Not that I think it's
Yeah.
gonna live to see another roll anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know, if I keep rolling the same, it will.
Grenache.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm up.
Speak for yourself, Torpo.
Okay then. Well, might as well continue on as I began.
All right. 20 hits.
And max on that one. Nice.
Not quite. There's just a sliver of health left.
Well,
You
I got
could
extra
have
attack for
insulted
that.
it to death.
Yeah, you had another attack anyway. So, but that'll do.
Yeah. Pop.
I'm gonna end my concentration then.
Lily, you're up.
I
You
stepped it close to that one.
you do have a bonus action you can still do for something.
Nah, I'll hold off on bonus action.
All right.
I mean, I know I can hit this, but I'm just saying, just look at that. Yeah, I'm going to shoot it anyway.
All right. Is that within short range for your light crossbow?
It's long range, but remember I have sharpshooter, so it doesn't matter.
Right. And doesn't matter if you've concealed yourself or not, too, because it is still under the effect of the hypnotic pattern.
Let's see.
So I believe that
Scroll.
breaks the
Scroll
moment
will
it
work.
gets
So yeah, I'm gonna fucking shoot it.
All right.
For laughs, I'm gonna apply sharpshooter again.
hit.
Hey, that might actually hit this time.
Well, there's the consistency you were looking for. That does, in fact, hit.
Let's see, so that's D8 plus 5 plus 10
Yep.
plus 66. Wow. Could have been better.
Also could have been all at once.
All right, and that knocks it out of the hypnotic pattern.
But I don't care because I'm stealthing again.
Alright, Lake's gonna zap
Still
it
stealth.
3
Stealth,
times.
gotta stealth.
But I don't get advantage because it's not a thing. So, assuming that hits. Assuming that hits. Yeah, once again.
Huh.
Plus 15. So 27 damage. I just wave. I'm not moving.
Yeah.
I'm good right here.
Stealth.
Let's see. What's the range on Phantasmal Killer?
Okay.
Ooh,
Oh, 120 feet. Oh, but it makes it save.
Aw. Dang.
What a shame.
Aurelia.
Yeah. All right, fly a little closer, I guess. That's
I never got too
probably
close.
within range of most good stuff.
As I've said before, that's about that far up on the side of the cliff.
Okay.
Oh, 30 feet. Okay.
See what we do here. It's not still hypnotized, right?
No.
No.
The repeated damage knocked it out of that.
Yeah. Sorry, I wasn't sure. if one
You
of
do
them
not
was
need to
gonna-
concentrate.
It's got its turn next. I could just Tasha's it.
Yeah, you could.
Then again, well, yeah, you know what? I'll just use a Tasha's. That's only level 1. I can afford to use a level 1 spell. I'll use Tasha's. Wait, hold on. Actually, hold on. More than 4. I don't know if it has more than 4. Never mind. I'm not going to use Tasha's.
Fair enough.
I mean, most animals have more than 4, don't they?
No, I think most animals have less than 4.
Most
yeah, maybe.
animals
My
are
griffin
in
only has
3 or
in
lower.
6. Yeah, okay. So, well, I mean, it is a magical animal, but yeah, I won't risk it. God, I don't know. I really don't want to use spells, but I also don't really want to go up and stab this thing alone when it's about to act. Hmm. I'll just use Vicious Mockery. Why not?
All right.
I'll
Let's
let you guys
see.
do the damage.
Oh, it made the saving throw.
Sorry?
It made the saving throw.
Oh, okay. So it
rolled
does
high.
nothing. Aurelia tries to think of an insult, but gets distracted.
Bug flies into her mouth. It's gross.
All right. Just like the other one, this one sort of climbs vertically down the side, using the large and heavy claws to create footholds as it climbs down. And guess what, Grenache?
Another lightning bolt. All right, let's have it.
What time is it?
You would have you would think
Is-
that
is
after
it-
watching this last one, his friend.
He wasn't
Wob-
watching though.
Is
Yeah, it was
He was
watching
watching
mail
pretty,
time?
was watching the colored lights. As it, on the other hand, Grenache has been paying attention. Knows exactly what's about to happen and dodges out of the way.
Got them fancy feet.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, you see your buddy over there? They tried the same thing too, didn't work. If only that worked for Vicious Mockery.
gonna continue to keep your distance? This one isn't petrifying, so it's still mobile.
Yeah. Trying to contemplate that actually. Hmm. Yeah, I approach with Temper, but I try to advise Temper not to have that lightning active on it when I go for the strike.
All right.
Probably won't work for the best for either of us. So I'm assuming Temper can turn that off.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
You just flip the power switch on the back of it.
Okay, so a normal roll?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Whoa!
Oh,
Well, there's your bonus damage dice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so that was a 3d6.
All right, second attack.
Yep. Nope.
The
Wah,
dice
wah.
god giveth.
That's
and
gonna
the dice
take it
god
away.
taketh away.
out in Jesus isn't having none of your shit.
Hey, I've got through this action. I'm gonna take it. Okay.
Bonus
And
action.
yeah, I'm probably gonna patient defense at this one.
Fair enough. Lily, you're up.
Yeah, get out. I mean, I'll shoot him. I'll fucking shoot him, I guess.
Yeah, I've clearly got distracted, so.
Fucking. And for laughs, I'll make it sharpshooter again.
Oh
Okay.
no! Oh no! And you double your
What was that?
fucking
You
sneak
take it
attack.
away again?
The sharpshooter bonus is not doubled for this because it is a
No,
flat
no, it's not a dice roll,
bonus.
yeah.
On the other hand, sneak attack.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see, it's 2d8
Yeah,
plus 5 plus 10 plus 12d6. Let's roll this.
What was that about the... Yeah, what was that about the dice god take us away?
Yeah, so here's what happens. Grenache, you go in with the spear. You stab first to one side, then you stab up and get it right underneath the chin. This causes it to recoil and scream and shout. And in that moment, as it opens its mouth, Lily goes, "Now!" Ping! It goes
Straight to the brain.
right through the soft part of the palate at the back of the throat and out the other side.
Tasty.
Because that was considerably more than the hit points it had left.
That was a disintegrate right there.
Yeah, Grenache just turns around and air pats as if giving a high five to Lily.
I'm so happy I invested in sharpshooter.
Yes, that is literally the exact same number that Harvey got for the disintegrate.
Yeah.
Yeah, look how many sixes there are.
Yeah.
Yeah, look how many fucking sixes there are. That's great.
Fucking amazing.
I would like to point out, none of us took any damage that encounter.
Nah.
And I never take damage, so.
Same, so.
Mhm.
But, like, Grenache managed to avoid everything. Grenache just...
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, that's why I didn't feel that bad about throwing a couple of Bahirs at you at once.
Grenache with the fancy feet.
Hey, what can I say? I'm practically the tank of this party.
Not even practically.
You are the tank.
Yeah.
This has
Yeah.
never been in doubt.
Despite having the... Oh, no, you don't have the lowest hit points. I thought from far away it looked like 86.
Nah, 88.
Yes, 88.
But
Okay.
after killing the creatures that tried to attack and eat you along the way up, You eventually reach the forest line, and then the snow line. And as you crest the top, you see down below, and the heat caused by whatever's residing still in this volcanic area seems to be counteracting the lack of oxygen and lack of heat from other sources.
That is
There's
exceptionally pretty.
a vast forest.
No, I had to scroll up.
And a pair of large lakes around
The lake's
the
not that big.
edges of this.
Actually, quite skinny. Thank you.
And apart from an old lava flow, the area is quite fertile, remarkable for this height.
Oh, this is quite impressive. But
Yeah, this is really pretty.
well, now we need to find them in this.
Yeah.
Still, yes, the caldera is considerable in size. It's easily a day's travel from one end to the other, especially through the thick forest.
Oh,
And the welcoming committee, such as it is on the other side of the basin,
Yeah.
because that's where everyone else comes up.
So, I would like to cast scrying, actually, to see if I can scry our doppelganger friends, to see if they're on the other side.
All right. Take a seat, pull out your crystal orb. And sure enough, you see a completely new individual that your spell has apparently targeted. This one appears to be a tabaxi. But it's a bit hard to get any sense of location. As I've mentioned before, the scrying sensor is a fair distance up and pointed down at your target.
Yeah.
And so it's hard to sort of figure out landmarks from that angle. But you do notice that this person is talking with someone else in what appears to be a small town with a lot of tree cover. Sound is a bit distorted through the spell, but you can hear rushing wind through needles on trees. So this person is definitely in this caldera somewhere.
Okay.
But while Lake is busy, the rest of you might use perception in order to take a close look.
Dang
at
it,
your
I decide to
surroundings.
jump the gun on the one fucking thing I'm good at now.
All right. Anybody else want to scan the horizon?
I guess not.
Okay. Well, in that case,
Sorry, what?
I mean, sure.
No, I didn't hear anything for a little bit.
Perception. Do you want to roll it? To see
No,
if we
fuck
can
it.
find...
Okay, sure.
Not quite as good.
all right. Well,
Yeah.
Grenache, you've been out in the wilderness quite often, even before you joined this group, and so you're quite aware that where there's water, there's going to be people trying to get that water. People and animals, it's just how that works. And so, as you scan the shorelines of the two lakes, on the far one you eventually notice a small dock. At this distance, it's hard to tell if anyone's on it, but it's definitely artificial.
Hmm.
And the town that it's connected to is not likely to be far away.
Okay, guys, I do see a dock over there, or what looks like some sort of platform.
Yeah, and
We head for that.
there's definitely a town here somewhere that our target is at, and so if there's a
And
dock
any idea where it
there,
might be?
no, it's definitely up here. So I'm guessing if there's that dock over there, then it's probably close to that.
Probably in the woodlands, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely in the woods, definitely.
Okay. Okay, well, let's make our way in that direction then.
Yep.
I take the map and make a mark of where we are, get a kind of geographical idea of where we are, where we're heading, and
Well, unfortunately, the map is of the region, and so it doesn't have quite enough detail. You can just put an X on the right side of the symbol for the mountain, but that's
right,
about it.
so it's not detailed. Okay,
You could always just start drawing out a map of your own on the back.
yeah, that's probably what I'll end up doing
That's fucking weird.
However, that would be an intelligence check.
Maybe
no.
someone else to do that for you, Grenache.
no.
then. I mean, I do have proficiency with cartography tools.
Fair enough. You do get to add that.
Alrighty, so what would that be then?
It's your proficiency and then your intelligence. So our proficiency is
Yes.
what, +5 by now? +4?
I think it's
I
still
believe so.
+4.
Yes, +4. So
Yeah, roll my
minus.
intelligence
So
with
+3.
proficiency then.
So +3.
Yeah. Well,
It's very rough. But at least you can tell the west from the east.
okay. So I can use it enough to look up in the sky, see where the sun is, and just.
Why did you draw a hippo? Why are you drawing a hippo on the back of our map?
I understand it looks like a hippo, but trust me, this works.
Okay, but I'm just saying it looks like a hippo.
I know, it's a bit rough. I get it. But I just dodged 3 lightning bolts today. Can I get a break on this?
No.
No,
No.
because it looks like a hippo.
Well, you're all awful people, you know that, right?
Ganesh, you're my best friend.
I have never hidden this fact. Like, why would you state the obvious like this?
Okay, well, I thought you were better than that. Just, I guess not.
When? When have I done that? I make fun of your dad about something tragic all the time.
And yet I still helped your father.
That's great, but this isn't about my dad or you. It's about me.
Oh, you sound like Aurelia.
Nah, I don't have enough of a stick up my ass.
Excuse me? What? How does that sound anything like Aurelia?
Well, it's all about
Anyway,
you
let's move on.
Right. So there is enough of a distance here that you can camp out for the night and get your spells back.
Excellent.
Yep.
Okay, I must have misunderstood where we were. I thought we were a lot closer to.
No. We are on the
No,
opposite
it's
side.
big.
It's like, we're
bas-
here, and where we gotta go is
They're
like there.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I
Yeah.
feel like kind of an idiot for using shitty cantrips then. Oh
Well,
well.
to be fair, you didn't quite know the size of the caldera until you got up here.
That's fair.
Yeah.
This isn't exactly the kind of thing you deal with every day. Don't you fucking dare. You get down, you shit.
Which one?
No, she started dry heaving, and I'm like, not today.
There is also enough space and forest cover that you should be able to approach the town mostly undercover. so that you can actually get there without being spotted until you're ready
Mhm.
and have
Okay.
seeming up.
Yeah.
But perhaps it would be better to get into the details of that next time.
Excellent.
Alrighty.
And just so I can show off the last image I got for this session,
Ah. Quaint.
Cool. That seems like a bad place to put a house.
Maybe a little bit,
Man.
yeah.
It's defensible, I guess, but also, you know,
Like, if you jump on it too hard, it's gonna fall over.
yeah.
well, maybe you should tell them that when you arrive.